Alright guys, well, I made it to Bend, Oregon. It was an epic last 2 weeks. Basically did half a week in Colorado Springs, which was amazing, and then a week straight of camping in Moab. Tons of mountain biking. I also did Crested Butte for a couple of nights before Moab, so that was really awesome. Still some snow in that region of Crested Butte, but there's a couple of trails that were dry enough to ride on, and the right surface. Awesome downhills. Definitely the best I've done as a Midwesterner. So that was exciting. Really cool remote camping, a little bit of off-roading in the 4Runner. 4Runner's doing great. But yeah, so now I'm in Bend, which is one of the legs I've been looking forward to the most. I fell in love with this town back in November, and really visiting Bend was what kind of triggered me to just pull the trigger and get the 4Runner. I had been talking about it for probably 2 years, because I've always liked the looks of them and whatnot, and they're so capable. But yeah, you come out here to Bend, there's tricked out 4Runners everywhere, because it's the right vehicle for the job. There's tons of mountain biking here, and tons of off-roading and camping options. I've seen 3 4Runners in the first 5 minutes of leaving my awesome Airbnb. There's another one. So yeah, very excited. Going to be here all week doing remote work. But I'm going to try to, with the time difference from Chicago, I'm going to try to make sure I hit lots of mountain bike trails and explore town a bit. Maybe look at some apartments, and maybe even test drive a few dual suspension mountain bikes. It's kind of my lifelong dream, is to have one. It's, you know, I've maxed out my hardtail, my old Rockhopper, but you know, I've really come to realize that the really challenging trails, the double blacks and whatnot, you know, in Colorado and Utah, you kind of just want the dual suspension bike, because the rocks are tall. It's a lot of hits that you're taking. So I'm going to take that seriously, even though inventory is a little bit tough with the pandemic. I'm hoping to hit some of these cool looking bike shops in town, and who knows, if I found one that I really liked, I might even pull the trigger and just get it, because I've got room on the bike rack for the trip home. So but yeah, that's kind of the update on what I'm doing. Just to give you the quick and dirty on Moab, I'll probably do a separate video on Moab to kind of give you the lay of the land in terms of the trip I did. But the cliff notes are, you know, off-roading, super remote camping. I did the Big Mesa loop. It's about 4 or 5 trails with mountain biking, and very impressive. I think Utah and Moab might be the best mountain biking in the country. Not that I've done huge amounts of other states, but I don't know, the terrain is just so interesting with the slick rock, and you know, you're dodging like jagged trees and shrubs and cactus and God knows what else. Always on the lookout for rattlesnakes and shit. But the views are just phenomenal, and it looks like Mars. It looks like you're mountain biking on Mars. So that was amazing. And then hit the salt flats. I was with my buddy all week. He's got a Jeep, and we did some off-road trails, and we did the salt flats in both Salt Lake City, but also on our way to Oregon. There's some sweet flats right over the border. So yeah, just having a blast. The truck is filthy. It's still full of salt flat, sand, and dust. The bikes are filthy. But yeah, that just means I'm doing all the right things. So, gonna meet my buddy for breakfast before he goes back to Portland. And just trying to keep the good times rolling. Last night I was in a jacuzzi under the stars, so that was amazing. But yeah, so that's the update, guys. And I'll keep you posted on what else is going on. Thanks.